In this episode of the Animals Naturally podcast, hear an interview with Wendy Thomson Melling, owner of award-winning cat care business My Three Cats. Okay, hi there, Wendy. So thank you for joining me today on the Animals Naturally podcast. Do you just want to introduce who you are?
Okay, yes. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you very much for having me on your podcast. I really appreciate it. So my name is Wendy Thomson Melling, and my business is called My Three Cats. We are a team of cat sitters. We're based actually up in Warrington in Cheshire. Um, and we have had so much sort of success and growth in our area over the last few years that we've now launched as a franchise. So we're now expanding across the country, hopefully. So we base our model is fairly simple. We visit cats in their own homes while their owners are on holiday. And we're basically just an alternative to cats having to leave home to go either to a cattery, or some people have their cats go to stay with a friend or neighbour, or the other alternative that most people would use if they were on holiday is to ask a friend or neighbour to pop in to feed their cat who may not necessarily have any specialist cat experience or knowledge. So yeah, we're a professional team of we're all cat owners ourselves, and we are all cat specialists. So we've all got experience of cat behaviour and cat body language, feline first aid, and so because we are cat specialists as a pet sitting business, I think that's where our popularity has come from because our clients really seem to value the fact that we know cats. Um, a lot of our clients tell us that they've tried to use pet sitters previously, but those pet sitters have been primarily dog-based businesses, which will obviously, they'll feed cats as well. We're all animal lovers, and we all. I mean, obviously, I love dogs as well, but cats are my specialist area. So the dog businesses will, happily feed cats as well, but they may not necessarily, again, have that specialist cat experience and knowledge. And over the years, we've come across like so many examples of times when we've gone to visit a cat, and because cats don't show their anxieties in the same way necessarily that a dog might, we kind of were trained to know the little signs that they're not quite happy. So yeah, for example, we've had cats that have become ill with things like urinary infections, and the signs are quite subtle, but they're things like they're going back into to the litter tray more than they would pacing around the floor. So just things like that we know to pick up on, and we can communicate those immediately to the owners. And we've have done in the past taken cats to the vet for them if there's been any kind of problem. Um, so yeah, that's what we do, and we seem to have not through any intention of mine. I mean, I started doing this 8 years ago, only just, as a bit of a side hustle, if you like. But the popularity and the demand sort of seems to tell me that there hasn't really been this kind of a specialist cat service around very much, particularly in our area. And the growth has just been huge. I mean, we've got a team of nearly 20 cat sitters now. And the bookings just keep on coming. So if you'd have told me 8 years ago it was going to turn into the business that it has, I just never would have believed you. But my background is in finance. I worked in finance and accounting for 20 odd years before this. So I guess like the business side of it just that bit came naturally to me. So once I realized that this was turning into something that I could like build an actual business from, I just decided to go for it, packed my job in, and off we go.
That's,
Full-time cat.
that's very inspiring. That's fantastic.
Thank you. I mean, it's just, it's just, I say it's the dream job, and but I mean, I'm exhausted most of the time, but it is. I mean, I just spend every day with cats, my own cats, other people's cats. All my cat sitters tell me that they just adore all their cats. I see the bonds that they form with their cats and their owners. And it's just amazing to know that we can allow cats to just stay safe and settled and happy in their own home environment. So yeah.
Hmm. Have you noticed any challenges in terms of as you've grown your business, I suppose, and like you said, cats haven't necessarily had when you first started out, it's obviously grown a lot more than you probably didn't realize there was
Mm.
a gap in the market, perhaps. Has there been any particular challenges that have surprised you at all along the way in terms of the attitude to cats and cat care?
Um, it's um the I mean, it surprised me how popular it's been, if I'm honest. I get told all the time that, oh, I wish I'd known about you sooner. I wish, like people who've moved to the area and found us, have said, I wish we'd known about you, or wish there'd been a service like this in where we used to live. People who are moving away, we've got clients that have moved away from Warrington, who are saying, oh, I don't know what we're going to do now because we haven't got you to come and look
Mm.
after our cats. So that surprised me. Challenges wise, I mean, every year is it becomes more and more difficult to manage during that busiest period. So in the early years, I just tried to do all the visits myself, and I just was exhausted, and it can become very quickly overwhelming, and you can easily just burn yourself out because you want to say yes to everybody, and the more clients you take on, the more in those peak holiday seasons, the more and more visits you get. So my biggest challenge was deciding to take on a team because at that point it was sort of my baby. I'd sort of built this reputation, and um it is quite scary to be able to then ask somebody else to do it in your name. And I still find that difficult now, and I'm still doing visits myself now, especially over the busy times, um, and just managing the schedule. So we can do, I don't know, 200 visits a week, maybe some weeks over the summer. So managing all those visits, working out who's going where. We have a brilliant piece of software called Time to Pet, which manages all that for us. So clients can book online, and then we get like a central booking schedule. But even so, it can be really difficult to manage. And at the forefront, we always have um, the cats come first. So regardless of whatever else is going on, like cat sitters can have I don't know, cars break down and all sorts of things go on. So I have policies and procedures in place all the time just to make sure that whatever happens, the cats are not left without a visit. So we have things like the clients have lock boxes for their keys. So if one cat sitter can't make the visit, we've got somebody who can cover. So in general, it does run pretty smoothly. Um, but it is hard. It's really hard work, and even now I don't think people that I know realize. I don't think they realize what I do. It's quite difficult to say to somebody when somebody says, "What job do you do?" And I say, "Well, I'm a cat sitter." So that just sounds like I feed tiddles down the road every now and again. But what I actually do is I manage a huge team. I put in, I don't know how many hours every week on my business, and most of the time I'm absolutely exhausted, exhausted like most business owners. Um, but yeah, it's so niche that it's quite difficult to explain to someone. And
Yeah,
I always get a very, very surprised looks when people say, "Oh, you've got a cat sitting business."
Yeah, I think as you say, a lot of people probably more used to dog sitting, aren't they? Or dog walking
Yeah,
has grown exponentially over the last few years, hasn't it? As an example,
yeah,
2 years ago, you
yeah.
didn't have any dog walkers, did you? Not like as many as there are now.
No,
So
no.
yeah, cat sitters is probably, as you say, is quite niche and to some extent,
Mm,
isn't it? It's a term people probably haven't really heard, isn't it? Like you said before, people often will have like a friend or a relative perhaps pop in or a neighbour or something, wouldn't they? But obviously that's
yeah,
really
yeah,
difficult, has its own challenges, doesn't it? But I think you hit on a really good point there, isn't it? That actually you've had to get other people to help you to
yeah,
cope with the demand, and that's something a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, isn't it? It's obviously it's your baby, isn't it? It's your
yeah, very
business, and
much.
you
Yeah.
want to maintain those standards, don't you? So
Hmm.
I think that's
Yeah.
yeah, really you took the leap. That's really brave, and it sounds like it's going really, really well. So that's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a leap that I sort of, yeah, wrestled with for quite a long time. Um, and even now I have to be 100% sure, even when I take on any new cat sitter, I have to be 100% sure that they're the right person because we get inundated all the time with people saying, "Oh, I want to come and work for you. I want to be a cat sitter. I want to do what you do." And most of them I know straight away wouldn't be able to do what we do because I think the image that people have is that we go and play with kittens all day. Or, it's I mean it's the basic concept is not difficult. We go to a house and we feed the cat and we check they're okay. But yeah, we do get a lot of people just saying, I want to come and work with you. But the reality is that we need people who are experienced more than just, I have a cat. I usually look for people who have either volunteered or worked with cats previously, so they've got more than that basic knowledge. And we obviously we train them as well in all the various aspects of it. Um, but even things like people need to be available at breakfasts and tea times, which is when most people book their visits. Weekends are always busier than weekdays. Um, so yeah, when you get down to the nitty-gritty, people sort of say, "Oh, well, actually, I couldn't do I couldn't do this days, or I couldn't do those days, or I've got, other commitments." So it's not actually quite as easy as people think. It's like 7 days a week most of the time because
Mm.
people don't just go on holiday Monday to Friday.
No, very true. Absolutely not. Is there anything you say about cats that you hear from people that I suppose that you just touched on it there really about the commitment they require. I suppose any sort of challenges you find in terms of the stereotypes there might be or myths about cats and what their needs are.
Well, yeah, and that's partly why we started a campaign called Cats Deserve More, which is basically to challenge the pet industry as a whole um, into sort of making the products and services available more cat specific and more friendly. But in doing that, we are trying to address the fact that the traditional sort of stereotypical view of both cats and cat owners, it can be very outdated. And even now, there are still a lot of people who will openly say, "Oh, I hate cats. Oh, I hate cats. They're horrible creatures." And you hear that actual quite nastiness in them that you would never, I just feel like you would never hear somebody say that about a dog. Um, and they sort of cats are just seen to almost be like vermin to some people, that they're a pest. They're, you know, and also the fact that they're very independent and they just don't need much care. They look after themselves, cats. Um, and obviously we know that that's not true as well. We know we have so many of our clients who have, they want the best food, they want the best kind of enrichment for their cats to give them the best life that they can have. And also the stereotypical views of a cat owner. In doing the research that we've been doing for our campaign, we've been sort of speaking to pet shop owners, and sort of challenging them to sort of ask why they don't have more cat products in their pet shop, for example. And I have been sort of actually told to my face that it's because cat owners are weird and they don't spend much. They just don't spend any money. And I'm
Wow,
like,
that's
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
I was told by a pet shop owner that I'll be hard pushed to get a fiver out of any cat owners. So it's just not worth me stocking anything. So it's like that seems a bit a bit of a stereotypical. Well, I don't know. I don't know where they've got that view from, but in my opinion, in my experience, the cat owners that I know, I've got people who like spend their last penny on their cats.
Mm,
They've got, everything their cat could want. It's like they are their children to them. So we want we want we want products and services for our cats, but particularly in pet shops, we're finding that they're just not really there, visible. We have to go searching online for them. Food wise, we have to sort of go to sort of specialist food providers that, aren't so readily available that you can just sort of pop into your pet shop. So yeah, those kind of traditional views are quite frustrating.
mm.
And yeah, just the view that when I say that I'm a cat sitter, people who have a cat immediately say, "Oh, that's amazing, that's wonderful, that's the best job in the world." But I do get people who are like, they sort of they can't understand it. Like, why would a cat need any care? Like they just don't see that cats are animals that need um, you know, care and attention like the same as dogs.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I've
think
got a
those
cat literally
oh, there's one
here
cat behind you
crying
now. Yeah.
behind me.
What's your cat's
Hello.
name there who's joined
So
us?
this is Billy. She's our baby. She's
Got like a
very
spotted
needy.
tail,
So
very
she'll
pretty, very pretty.
yeah, she's got a tabby tail, but she's white. Oh, here we go. She's
We don't
yeah,
have a cat
hello.
joining us on the screen. How many
So
cats have you
yeah,
got?
we've got three. So this is Billy. I've got Ronnie who's asleep in his basket up at the top here. He's a ginger.
Oh,
He's a ginger boy.
hello, Billy.
And then we've got old Lady Coco who's also just down here as well, asleep on her bed. So she's 19 now, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, still going very strong, still looking amazing. All her faculties still intact.
Yeah, no, I had a cat who lived to 19, isn't it? I think again it's that people underestimate, don't they, with lots of animals, the how long they live for and that they
Yeah,
different care, different requirements throughout their life to keep them healthy, isn't it? And
yeah.
and maintain their quality of life as well, isn't it? It's a lot to
Hmm.
I think it's interesting that people, like you said about people's attitude towards cats. I think some people don't have a very good mindset about lots of animals, do they? Dogs are included,
Mm.
really. People
Yeah,
sometimes don't
true.
want an
Yeah,
animal for who what they offer. That they are, they are a separate being, aren't they? At the end of the day, they've got their own
yeah,
minds, they've got their own needs, their own personalities, and I think people underestimate that, don't they? Sometimes, and I think people
yeah,
find it
very
really
much.
challenging, don't they? Sometimes. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
So your cats deserve more campaigners. So what you're planning to do? You talked about going to sort of pet shops and pet stores and the like. So what else are you planning to do with that over the coming months?
Well, yeah. So we've got a Facebook page. So it's Cats Deserve More community. And so we're encouraging people to sort of join that. And we're talking about it in there, and we're doing our own like bits of research. But ultimately, we'd really like cat specific businesses, or any pet businesses really who sort of join our campaign. Eventually, we want to sort of provide like a cats deserve more, a sort of accredited scheme kind of thing. So people will be able to businesses will be able to sign up to it, to be able to say that that they support our work, and that they provide a good range of cat products and services. They spend a certain amount on promoting products for cats as well as dogs and obviously other animals as well. So yeah, and recently was we had an exhibition stand at the Cat Show Live, so I had a speaking spot there on their stage, so sort of talked about it there. So we're just trying to, it's just really it's to get people talking about it really more than anything else. But a couple of the trade shows that I've been to recently, it was really quite pleasing to see that there were definitely more cat products and businesses there that are noticeably more. And I was told by at least two or three different people that in like sort of behind the scenes in the pet industry, the focus is now very much more on cats. It's almost become a point where the dog products they've kind of been through all the dog products. They've gone through all the like the different types of dog food and different type, I don't know, grain free and this that, all the different um sort of niche areas of dog. And it's almost like, what can we do next? But oh, the cats haven't got anything. So they are actually finally opening their eyes and starting to put some proper money and research into cat products, which is brilliant, obviously. Great for us, great for cats. So yeah, that's really nice to see, and it sort of aligns well with our sort of campaign. So yeah, we're hoping to sort of push that and yeah, shouting for the cats with our banners.
No, definitely. I think you're right. It's interesting about dogs, isn't it? I was thinking about dogs. And I was speaking to a vet. He's Dr. Tom Lonsdale. He's in Australia,
Mm,
and he has been doing lots about raw feeding and how important that is for
hmm.
dogs and cats.
Yeah,
But again, is it some
yeah.
people, depends where you look for information. So you look for information, if you're interested in something, you'll find it through the benefits, won't you? You'll then seek it out. But it's just
Hmm.
people knowing what is out there, isn't it? Because people don't really.
Yeah.
I know myself when I had another previous dog, I used to give him raw food then, and his dental
Hmm.
health ended up in later years not being very good, and I was horrified that I'd
Okay.
not been.
Right.
I thought I was giving him good quality food. Don't get me wrong, I did try my best, but I wasn't
Mm,
aware of obviously the benefits of raw food, for an example, or different products, different more natural
yeah.
products. So it's yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Just the people will need to know what they need to look out for, don't they? And I think, as you said,
Yeah, it's
something's not really been as prominent.
yeah, definitely. It's so difficult to know where to get your information from. And so many people would just go to Pets at Home or go to one of the big stores and sort of expect everything they need to know about having a cat or a dog to be there. And the reality, I mean, I guess there's only so many products that they can actually stock, but the reality is still huge amounts of their shelves are just full of like Felix and Whiskers for cats and the equivalent dog. And I guess there is a huge demand for those very basic food types, but I would personally, I think that they have a responsibility to be the ones as the leading um, pet shops in the UK. They have a responsibility to be the educators and be the ones to sort of showcase these new products. So, yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
my
I
opinion.
quite agree.
I'd love to be able to go into a big pet shop, and there to be somewhere that you can actually get proper advice about natural foods and and they are getting better. I know that they do have like raw food sections, but just to be if I feel like you have questions about things like that, don't you? Rather than just going to a freezer and going, I'll get some of that.
No, I think it's interesting, isn't it? I think with so many things in life, people go to a store and you think what's there is the best, or
Yeah,
it's down to deals on who's got the best reps, isn't it? And the deals,
yeah,
organisations and things, and it doesn't actually come down. I know customers will buy things. People often go to sometimes stores for convenience, don't they? Because it's
yeah,
nearby and
very
it's so
much, yeah.
many factors come into play, isn't it? And most
Yeah,
people ultimately want to try and do their best, don't they? But it's
yeah,
difficult. They don't know what that best should look like.
yeah. Well,
By
yeah,
marketing.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is difficult.
Mm.
Yeah, I suppose the internet has definitely helped because we can at least now go looking if
Yes,
we do our
absolutely.
own research, can't we?
Mm. Yeah. So do you want to tell a bit about your franchise? Because you said you obviously over recent
Mm.
months you expand your franchise. Do you want to talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because of the success of our Warrington business and the fact that we do get asked all the time if we can cover visits in areas outside of Warrington that we obviously we can't get to. Um, so yeah, after doing sort of research in other areas, it sort of seems clear that there is a huge demand as well, not just in our area, but across the country. Um, so it's been bubbling away in my mind for about 2 or 3 years now that this is something that I'd like to do. But I would say it's taken a good 12 months to get to this point in terms of getting everything sort of prepared and legally compliant and systems in place and all the different things that are sort of involved in preparing a franchise because I wanted to do it properly. I didn't want to rush it. I wanted it to be um, fully transparent to everybody, so anyone who is interested knows exactly what we are able to provide, and obviously to make it at a decent price point for them. So basically, we've now put together a great package. That My Three Cats Warrington can now be replicated in any other town across the UK. So we announced it. We announced the launch of our franchise at the Cat Show Live a few weeks ago, which went down really well. I was very nervous
Massive step,
because
yeah.
I just know it's new for me. For me, I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years, and as I say, I'm quite amazed that it's become so successful. But once you're sort of putting it out there to the big wide world, it just becomes quite scary. But I mean, we had a stand there, and I worked with my daughter as well. So myself and Eloise were both on our stand, and we did not stop talking all day. We just were inundated with people asking who we were, what we were doing. So yeah, we've had loads of interest already. We've got two or three already in the pipeline, pretty much ready to sign up and get started. So, yeah, we're hoping to be able to help more cats be able to just enjoy their owners' holidays by staying on their own bed and enjoying the silence. So, yeah, that's where we're up to. So hopefully you'll see some more My Three Cats around the country very soon with our lovely new pink branding. So yeah,
Very exciting times. Congratulations. It's such a huge
thank
step,
you.
isn't it? So,
Yeah,
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 it's really, really good. Really
yeah.
inspiring. Very inspiring.
Thank you, thank you.
Um, is there any final thought that you'd like the listeners to be left with in terms of helping cats to be happy and healthy and cared for well?
Um, just I guess to be mindful of your cat's body language. I mean, we've just done a little training session with our cat sitters, and we're talking about how cats have these tiny little signs that show us whether they're happy or not. And even if it's just like a tiny little flick of the tail can tell us that they're not happy about something, for example. Um, so yeah, it's just noticing them. I mean, I'm looking at my cat now who's just like completely in a coma. But yeah, the signs of a relaxed cat are, the sort of relaxed face, relaxed body, and that's what we aim to do. Our whole ethos is to keep cats in their normal routine as much as possible, so that when their owners come back again, that they barely notice they barely notice they've gone, which we do get told quite a lot. So. Yeah, it's just noticing those little things that make cats who they are. And that's, I think, what we do best, really. So, yeah,
Great. No, thank you really very much. That's really been a fantastic talk and wonderful to hear about
thank
all you're
you.
doing. So for anyone who's listening, the website for Wendy is my3cats.co.uk. And
Mhm.
can you say your Facebook page group again for Cats Deserve More?
Uh, yeah, so the Facebook page is Cats Deserve More Community. And we've also got a My Three Cats Warrington Facebook page as well, if you wanted to have a look and see what we're on there. And we're also over on Instagram and TikTok as well.
Excellent. So I'll put the links in the show notes, but just that's really helpful for people to hear as well. So thank you very much,
Thank
Wendy.
you.
It's been wonderful meeting you and hopefully
Oh, thank
speak to you
you.
soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Suzanne.